We give it to you raw. The Raw BJ Podcast. Because controversy doesn't scare us. Calories do. And now, here are your hosts, Brittany and Jota.
I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Lasts in love, sometimes it hurts instead. And can't nobody tell me that's not the song. Shit. She's sad as fuck singing that song.
She did sing a little sad.
Excuse me. She was sad as fuck. She walking around an antique shop talking about something. I wish nothing but the best. Bitch, that's what you say when you upset. You don't wish him the best. You hope you get hit by a bus on the way home. Ain't nobody really.
I hope you get hit by a bus
On the way home. Don't forget me.
Okay,
I beg. Scream my name in her bed.
Don Plus is waiting. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, hello.
Hey y'all. What's up? What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. Y'all look good over there.
Thank you.
You was looking good. I see that social media. All right.
Right, with your little nipples out and shit.
Right.
Y'all do that.
Right.
See.
All right, it's okay. So, do we want to switch this audio? Can you hear Brittany?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. All right. I love the glasses.
Listen, it's these lights, and also I might have like smoked a little bit. So
Yeah,
you know,
It's okay. You should have brought some for me.
listen, my eyes look a little crazy right now. So
It's all right.
Artists always be lit. Like this is
Always.
always be lit. Whether they in the studio, whether they at home, whether they doing an interview, y'all high all the time. Y'all be high all the time.
And you got the backdrop and stuff going on, like you in the Bahamas or some shit. I like this.
I know what this is.
Could have been the
All
vibe.
to get to a consciousness level for your music. Tell me the truth. The getting high and all that. This is about getting closer to your music. This is artistry right here, because that's what Marley did. Now,
Right.
he was like this. He light a spliff. I shot the Chevy. Like if you hear everything he say, the shit sound like he taking a puff in between bars. Like everything he say. Right.
Listen, that's how it is. That's exactly how it is.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Don Plus, thank you so
What's
much
good?
for being here with us.
Thank y'all.
Yes. Thank
Y'all are like, I love y'all energy, and I love y'all show. Like y'all are, yes. I'm here
Thank
for it.
you.
Thank you.
We love that. And we love the song. But before we get into all of that, we're going to get into your business.
Uh-oh.
Business.
Yes, as
Let's
Dr.
go.
Bill would say, we about to take out our emotional shovels and dig.
Yes.
Oh. Go ahead.
Mr. Don
need a
Plus,
shovel?
welcome.
Welcome.
Thank
to
you,
the
thank you,
Raw
thank you.
BJ Podcast. Yo, we have this incredible brand new artist here. Where's your what?
A corkscrew.
You need a corkscrew?
Yes, you had it.
She's a drunk.
That's
I'm not a
important.
drunk. I'm a liquor connoisseur. I'm creating jobs at the winery.
I don't know.
Don't try to put me down. This is a pandemic.
You are stimulating the economy.
Thank you.
That's what
And you
you're
are
doing.
stimulating the dispensary. Thank you. We gotta do
Listen.
our part. We all gotta do something.
Hey, weed is legal up there, right?
In DC, yes, and they deliver. So I don't even go to my house.
And they deliver.
That's really the Instagram.
We should have waited to do your interview till we could have came up there.
Okay.
Listen, come on up. We can do something else.
So let's go ahead and jump into it. Who is Don Plus?
Ooh, he's complex. Like, I mean, I feel like everyone's complex, but like Don Plus he's a helpless romantic. Like, you always gonna hear me sing about love or hating love or wanting to be in love. But I feel like my name kind of says like Don Plus the writer is like, I don't just stick to music. Like I write poetry, I'm working on a memoir. I'm working on writing a show. Like I like to write. I went to school for writing. So it just really encompasses all the different forms of writing that I want to be able to tap into. Right now, I'm focused on music, but eventually those are other things I'm going to get into as well.
Absolutely. So writing is actually my first love too. I actually have a children's book that's being illustrated right now, and I have another book that I'm working on. It should be coming out next year, 2022. My first.
Oh, we got to talk. We have to talk.
Yeah, we do. We definitely have to hook some things up. Maybe you could put me on a remix of your song. Okay.
Come on. There's no songs coming, so you might be able to jump on something else.
I just want to say this. I had an acronym for what Don Plus actually stood for,
What is
and
that?
I didn't
What do you think it
know.
stands for?
I didn't know if it was true or not. But based on the song, I had come up with it. So it's dominant, omniscient, Nubian, presenting love and unlimited style. And I don't know if that's the thing or not, but the song gave me that. So I'm just trying to figure out, is that what the plus is or what? Is that what it is?
So you just made me moist.
Moist, let me find out.
Welcome to the Raw BJ.
But make you moist. That's all I'm saying. Put me on the track. I'm nice.
Because I've never really thought about like the name. It's like Don Plus is really like my middle name, and then the plus came from, like I said, like all those other things I like to do. And it also has to do, and this is something I've always been very transparent about, in other things I've done. But it's also like about presenting or showing that there are people with like a positive HIV status who are living life and doing their thing. So I really wanted that to be presented in my name. And so like that plus means multiple things. It's like I'm proud about my status. I'm proud that I'm all these different types of versions of a writer. I'm proud that, plus I'm a son, plus I'm an uncle, like I'm all these different things. And
I think that goes into the part about being complex, about being complicated. There's layers, there's levels, there's, you know what I'm saying? It's like Don, like I've got this and I've got this to offer and I've got this going on. I love it.
That is absolutely incredible, Don. Like I didn't know that information about you. But I'm definitely, I feel you. I'm here with you on that because my brother, he actually passed away several years ago from complications with HIV. So, I definitely, that touches a special place in my heart. And I wasn't aware of that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there is, and I really, it's something that bothers me a little bit, is this idea of this, there's always like a sad story attached to that, right? And so, we out here living, man. Like there's nothing that I don't want to strive for. There's nothing I can't achieve. And, that's what my name signifies. I feel like when I'm in my everyday life and I'm just like me in the world, like I have those fears and I have those doubts and I have those, limitations in my mind. But as Don Plus, like there's nothing like I can do everything.
So Don Plus is like your Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like your Avengers spirit, like kind of like your, you know what I'm saying? Like how the Avengers, when they're their regular people, you can see like their relationship stuff that goes on and all the personal stuff and the family stuff that goes on. But when the Avengers sound comes on, like, and they put on that uniform, like when Thor grabs the hammer, he's really not talking about all that other stuff going on. He's just out here doing it. Like I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's how the artists are too, though. Like you have a platform, and your platform is kind of like Thor's hammer. Like you use it to avenge certain things. You use it to get certain sounds out, let people know you're not alone. This is this. It's like this out here. Right. And you don't have to worry or struggle. I make this look great. You have the ability to do the same. But it's going to take this, and this. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what I think people need. The representation. Representation matters.
It does.
And we always see in the industry where people are trying to sweep things under the rug or put something off to the side or tell somebody how they have to be. But if you don't live that, you can't tell me.
Right.
You can't tell me how to reach the masses.
And the thing is, it's like everyone has a story. And the thing is, some of us have the courage to go out and tell our story. Some of us have the voice or the platform to do it. And when you shy away from that, or you try to like keep it away from like who you are while you're on that platform, you're not serving your purpose of your gift, right? And so it's kind of just like if I'm given a gift or I'm given a talent or a skill and I can be a voice for somebody in whatever sense, whether it means being Black, gay, positive, whatever, why not be that? Why not tell those stories so that people can be connected and feel like, I'm not by myself.
Right. It's a very, I'll say it's a very Peter Parker principle, like a very great power, great responsibility type of thing. And you have to choose what you're going to do with that, because having a platform and choosing to speak positivity from that platform are two different things. What you choose to talk about, I think, is what makes people resonate and connect with you. And it's the connection that causes people to feel what you say in your music. Because there are a lot of music, there's a lot of music that I listen to. There are a lot of artists that I hear and I don't connect with it because it sounds like bubblegum rap, or it's coming through a machine, or somebody told them to say this, and this is not who they were when they first came out, and they haven't evolved. They've just changed the script because that's who's paying them now. And it's like, if I wanted to listen to a robot, I could have got a vibrator. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say nothing but no. But I would have heard what the fuck it was saying. If I wanted to listen to a machine, that would probably be my machine of choice. But that's what I'm saying. That's not for me. So I need but I'm saying though, if I wanted to hear some shit that I've heard before, I could do that. But if I'm gonna put my time and energy into something, I want to hear something like what Ray Charles said. I want to hear something nobody said before. I want to talk about something people aren't talking about. I want that new cutting edge, unlimited, not afraid to be me type of music. And that's what I really am drawn to. And I just love it. I love it that you have this limitless way of speaking.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
When I first saw your, I first came across you on Instagram, I was just like, okay, this little dude, like, he's confident, like, he's out there, this makeup, ooh, baby. I said,
Yes, coach somebody.
I said, look, a little hot self, makeup, ooh, baby.
But the funny thing is I'm like the shyest person. I'm crazy shy. And like right now, the reason why I feel so like good is like, one, I've like watched y'all shit, and then also like y'all the type of people I would naturally vibe with. And so, like, I feel really comfortable on y'all show.
We lit.
See where you at? So, yeah, like, but for the most part, like, if I don't know somebody, I'm, like, the shyest person. I'm the one in the club that's, like, with the drink. It's like, oh, yeah, I see y'all. Keep doing it. I like that. But you're not going to see me out there.
Here's the thing. This is what I've noticed, though. There's a difference between shy and cautiously observant. I feel like there's a huge difference between the two. There are a lot of people who say that they're shy, but they're just cautiously observant. Like, yeah, let me see what this nigga on first before I take my ass out there. Like, there's a difference.
Exactly.
I grew up in Clarkston. Like, I grew up in project areas. So it's like, I'm cautiously observant. I might laugh and joke it, but I saw everything. I watched everything, but I didn't see shit. So I'm not shy by any means, but I am cautiously observant because I need to know. Like, I'll go into a room and it might seem weird, but I know every exit in the room before
I was just about to say that. And
that's because I have to know if some shit pop off, because I've been raised a certain way. I've been raised in a pressure cooker situation. And don't get me wrong, I had a great mother, but the area in which we had to survive wasn't always great. It had to become great. And you know what I'm saying? Different programs had to help us be great. But before that, it was fight or flight. And I'm a fight. It's just that simple. So it's like, I gotta find out. Like, I gotta get to know people. I need to watch your surroundings. What do you do when you think I'm not watching?
Right.
Before I actually get comfortable and do stuff. We've been friends 20 years. So that's what it is. So I think you might be cautiously observant as opposed to just shy.
Yes.
That might be the case. I'm really, like you said, I like to know where the exits are. I like to get a good first impression of like who people are, to see like where my social limits can be for this moment. And then after that moment, I can figure out if we go further or not.
Right.
But when I'm with my people, I am child.
What's your sign, Don?
Yes.
I would like to say you're a Gemini. But
good job. Yeah, very much so.
I am a Gemini, and you were giving me
May or
eyes.
June.
That's why.
Are you May or June Gemini though?
I'm June.
Oof. That's scary.
Are you a May Gemini?
I'm a May Gemini.
See,
I'm May 22nd, so right when it turns from right on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm a Taurus, but it's like April 21st, like
so
the very first day of being a Taurus. I show up.
Like no.
No,
20 days.
no.
20 days. I'm June
20
12th.
days. Yeah, you
Yeah.
way off. I'm in charge of the money. He's not in charge of the money. You are terrible with numbers. You are terrible.
Facts.
Did you
Don,
say 8 days?
I said 10 at first. I meant to say 20. Don, how old are you?
Do I have to answer that question?
Yes.
No. You can just put it in a bracket. Are you between 23 and 30?
I'm going to put you.
I'm between 23 and 30.
All right, there you go.
Between 20 what?
23 and 30.
So you're 23. I was going to put you at between 21 and 22.
Really?
You look so young.
Oh, listen.
I mean, I check all the exes. That is somebody who's past 21.
Look, he's like, I'm at the first
okay,
three.
people who 21 is checking the drink specials.
So
they ain't seen nothing. Their exit. They ain't seen shit. They was like, what? Bourbon is 3 for $5. Like they ain't found
and that's the stuff that's so giving them the headaches and have them throwing up looking crazy.
Right.
No.
So let's break.
So now we can shrink the bracket. I'm between 25 and 30.
We can deal with that. So, Don, how would you describe the music that you make? Like, how would you describe it?
I'm straight hip hop and R&B. Listen, I don't understand. Well, I'm not going. That sounds mean. I love all genres of music. I love pop. I love some country. I love some I love all genres of music, and especially as Black people, we've contributed to all types of music.
Right.
R&B and hip hop is ours. It's like jazz. It is ours. And so I live in that. When I think about hip hop, I think about Nas. I think about early Jay-Z. I think about Tupac. I think about now and I guess more recent artists, I think J. Cole, the Kendricks, people who are lyricists. When I think of R&B, I think of In Vogue. I think of Donnell Jones. I think of Kevin Campbell. I think about that real rich R&B sound. Even the reinvented R&B of Toto and the Bad Boy sound. I love R&B, and yeah, I may dabble in some other things, but R&B and hip hop, that's where Don lives. I want to write R&B and hip hop. I want to create and sing R&B and hip hop. That's my lane.
May I add a different artist that you not artist group, a different group that you give me the vibes of? It hasn't. You didn't mention it, but you're very Tribe Called Questy. As far as the deepness, and I don't understand you. You didn't say it, but it's just very. I don't.
It's funny because I studied that era of music.
Okay, good. That's what. Okay.
When I used to steal my. She's probably gonna be mad at me because I bring this up. But I used to be 5 years old, and my aunt had this dining room with nothing but CDs and albums, and I would go steal CDs and bring them back.
Borrow.
And she would go listen to them. No, girl, they were stuck.
I used to do the same thing.
And when I say she used to be mad because they used to be scratched up because I had the cheap CD player and they used to be running around the house jamming around and used to be skipping and stuff. When I tell you I used to sit and study R&B, I just love, even when I think about early ATL rap, Goody Mob and all of that, I love that era of hip hop. And you don't hear too many people reference them anymore. And especially when you talk about LGBTQ rappers and singers, that earthy or that underground of rap and R&B at that time, a lot of people don't reference them as much.
Right. No, I understand.
So I definitely think that touches on who inspired you to make music.
Oh yeah. Definitely those people that I named. I would be I'm a huge. I've not been a fan of anybody except really Aaliyah. That's my.
Oh yeah.
And I remember being a kid and saying I never said I wanted to sing. I always said I wanted to write for her.
Really?
And that was my thing. I was I want to write. I want to be a songwriter. I want to write for her. And of course, that didn't happen. But her sound, and then the people who Static Major, who did a lot of writing for her.
Mm-hmm.
I've studied him, and it's just
both of them. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I know. R.I.P. to both of them. They created a sound that, of course, Missy and Timbaland helped orchestrate. That kind of it almost pushed that genre R&B into pop. So that people were oh, we can listen. I mean, if you listen to Try Again by Aaliyah and Timbaland ended up crossing over being a pop record. And the only reason why I was able to do that was because no one else had that sound. No one else. To where she had the pop look, but the R&B swag. She didn't have the issue. They didn't have the issue of being like, oh, if she's too pop, no one's gonna like her in R&B side. She was just easily able to maneuver that way.
And with We
and so
Need a
that's why I
Revolution,
really
she was also great with that too. When they created those 808s, like when you listen to a beat, I don't know how deep we're gonna get into this, but the 808 is important. And that bounce back, that refrain, when they do the music, when they, Lord rest them, the music that they were doing, it was very creative and very bold. So I'm definitely intrigued as far as what is your creative process like when it comes to making the music that you make?
Yeah, so it really depends. Like if I'm writing for somebody else, I think I take a more structural approach to it. And I become more technical when I kind of approach it like an assignment if I were back in school. Like I do a little outline, I kind of get all the ideas and thoughts together from them or whatever like that, and then go to work from there. But most of my stuff, I literally, like I can hear 30 seconds of a beat and know if that's the beat for me or not. And within that 30 seconds, I already know the melody of the song. It's really weird. Like most of my songs are freestyles. I record them and then I go back and I might fill in a word or two or change a sentence or two, or fix a chorus or whatever. But that's really, I'm really trying to think of a time where I've like done otherwise, other than when writing for somebody else. I think poetry I'm a lot more technical with, more so because there are poets that I've, like Langston Hughes, I really like how he writes. It's very like plain and in your face, but it's also very, it's very melodic in a sense. And so like, because I studied how he does that structure, that's something I always put inside my poetry. And so like, it really depends on what I'm working on. But when it's definitely like my songs and my music, it's really like, oh, this beat makes me feel, or reminds me of this time when so-and-so pissed me off. Or, for instance, Make a Move. I heard Make a Move. And Make a Move does sound like I'm trying to get with you type song. But Make a Move is actually me talking to me. Like, okay, if you're really going to do this music thing, you got to get up and just do it. Like, you can't say, oh, I'm going to come out with one song and I'm going to chill. And it's like, no, like, if you're going to put the effort in, then be what you say you're going to be.
But
go all the way. Go in.
I do want to point this out to you because I don't know if you noticed it at the time, but the thing that Langston Hughes probably inspired in you was that in your face kind of commentary, even early on, as far as just speak it and do it. Langston Hughes was a very method poet, as far as he said it because he was going to do that. Whether it was about his life or not, when he spoke about it, you believed it was definitely about him because he put it in certain stanzas and parameters, and he spoke about it as if it was his own experience. So I think that when you talk about things, whether it always feels like an organic thing with you. It feels like it's something that you feel connected to. So it always sounds personal when you say it. So I do think that that's something that might be likened to the Langston Hughes poems and stuff. It's not very phantasmagorical as far as something that didn't happen to you. Every time I hear your voice, it's like you're either giving yourself a pep talk or giving the world a pep talk or both. So I think that that's something that made me really like excited about the music. Like I don't get excited a lot about music because a lot of music is mainstream and bubblegum rap and it doesn't move me and stuff. I'm a big bitch. It's hard to move me. So if you move me, then I'm like, what the fuck?
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Damn it.
So I hope you will take offense to what I'm about to say, because this whole time I've been sitting here, I'm like, yes, those titties are moving, and I'm here for it. I was like, yes, girl, you are here.
It doesn't matter, gay, straight, lesbian, they don't care. Everybody looks at those titties and they're just like, yes,
I can't
titties.
help it.
Everybody.
I'm sitting like that. It's like they better make a move. They are making moves over there.
Put us on the remix.
Put us on. Don plus them titties. Make a move remix. We're here for it.
Okay.
Shoot.
So being that you are a LGBTQ ABCD artist,
Sorry, we got
Not
letters.
brought to you by Sesame Street. I just want to point that out. This for grown folks.
The letter A.
What are your thoughts on the music industry as it pertains to other Q plus artists, as some describe the group Q plus? What do you think of a lot of what's going on with gay music, R&B and rap?
I think, well, one, I love that people are like just doing their shit.
Right.
Like people are really not letting that be a barrier anymore. I felt like for me, I did not think it was possible. I was like, oh yeah, I want to be a songwriter or a singer or a rapper, whatever. But I don't know the gay people that's really doing that. Or I don't know any gay people that's doing that well. And so it was kind of just like, I remember who's the first artist I was like, oh my God. Brian. I saw one of his videos and heard one of his songs. And I was like, oh, like he is, regardless of if you were gay or straight, you had to get into his music because it was just like, this is music. Like I connected with the music, not all the extra stuff.
Right.
And so it was like, oh, it's possible to still live and breathe your identity and other people connect with you.
Right.
And it was like, that's the type of artist I want to be. So I'm glad that like there's more people doing it. I will say that I'm new. So I'm actually really I'm seeing things as it is happening, if that makes sense.
Right.
And I've kind of like taken on a learner's perspective more so than someone who has a big opinion about a lot of stuff. It's like, oh, I love how so-and-so is pushing their promo. Let me connect with them and see how they do things. Oh, I love how so-and-so really, they capture this in a song or their video is really hot. Let me see who they were connected with to do this. So I've really been taking that approach and like networking and all that stuff. And I feel like the LGBTQ music industry is its own thing, which I love. It's like it's part of the larger scheme. And of course, like people want to be on charts and people want to push their music and all that stuff. But it's really like this, it's its own beat. And I like that. It's okay for us to have our own shit.
Right.
It is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it.
I just got into the whole gay music industry thing right before we kicked off this show, before our first season. And I was I'm 32 years old, and I have never, ever seen so many talented gay artists. And I'm talking about not just the guys, I'm talking about the lesbians, I'm talking about the trans.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, wow, like I said, I have got to incorporate this in our show.
Mm-hmm.
And the first two artists that I came across, actually the first three that I came across were Medino Green, Estevan the God, and Rico Cassadine.
Yes.
And we actually had Medino and Estevan featured on the show for our first season.
That's right.
And I was really thrilled with that because I'm like, I'm coming at y'all like I'm fans. Like I'm a fan. Like I didn't know that gay people did this. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that y'all was out here rapping about shit that I want to hear.
Killing it. And the thing is, like all those people you named, I've like sat and just watched them just like do their thing. And I think with one thing that I love about being new, as the scene is blowing up, is like I got to see like where people have started with this, and then I also have seen like their progression. It's like, oh, I know the potential or the work that I have to do to get to X, Y, Z. And I'm just right now I'm a learner. I'm making music and I'm just learning and just making those connections with folks in the scene because it's dope.
Well, I do have a question. Since you're making all these connections and you're learning and you're still finding your path within the industry, who would you most like to collab with?
Mainstream or independent?
Either
mainstream or
independent. Give us
three. So I would say one person I want to collab with that I got a chance to collab with. Y'all will hear about that later. But Mar, he's amazing. He's another artist out here in DC. He has an album out. He reminds me of my he's the Missy to my Aaliyah. Like
Okay.
that when we get on the phone or when we like are when we're working on music or whatever like that, it was so seamless and so easy. Like I went from not knowing him to feeling like I had known him my entire life.
Music
Like
will
we
do that,
literally
though.
talk every other day. I know it's crazy.
Creativity
really
of any
crazy.
kind will do that. You could be making music, painting a picture, coming up with a song together. It could be any number of things, but it's that organic type of connection that I feel like really resonates with artists of
Yeah.
all kinds. And I really love the way you adapt to things, because you can take a beat and make it your own, even if it was not yours at the beginning. Do you get what I'm saying? You'll hear something, know it's for you, and then come up with a song that has to do with something that you know is going to speak to people.
Mhm.
I think that's a type of talent that's very underrated, and not just in the LGBTQ community, in all communities when it comes to music. That's something a lot of people cannot do. That's why they have songwriters. That's why they have a team.
Right.
Why they have a machine.
Listen.
You don't need the machine. You're like, I'm the cog, I'm the spokes, I'm the bolts, I'm the screws. I'll be my own machine because I'm gonna get this.
I will.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I think you don't need to take for granted. That's where the plus comes from. I feel like that plus is you pushing yourself, you giving yourself the extra, you being your own everything to make it in this industry, because you need that extra. I feel like that's what my spirit's telling me. That's what I feel like.
You make me feel like very seen right now, so I appreciate that. But yeah, it means all of that, and it also means like, while it does mean I can do this on my own, it also means like I would rather add you to the situation so we all make it. That's also what it means too. Like if you're hot and if you are like a true creative and you are a good person, because there's some true creatives who are assholes, but you are a true creator and you are a good person, and our creativity meshes. Let's work. Like that's my mentality. So
but that
Mars
definitely going to take you to so many places that other people cannot go. You would be surprised how many people are supposed to be at the top, but their ego doesn't fit in the penthouse. And at the end of the day, that's a huge thing. You got to understand, ego will keep you away from so much stuff. I'm talking about, I've seen people, like I work in Buckhead, so I've seen people whose ego has talked them out of millions of dollars in one meeting. Because they felt like they were too big for something, and they talked themselves right out of $1 billion, millions of dollars at a time.
It's too big. It's too wide. It's too long.
Listen, right?
My ego is travel size. You can take that bitch on a plane if you want to. Put it in the top locker and keep it moving. My ego is a carry-on. Can you put that shit up top?
You remember?
You know the little purses that people be carrying around, the little tiny purses that people have.
Yeah,
right.
That's. Yeah. Because the thing is,
my ego is about the size of a standard face mask right now. I can take that bitch anywhere.
I'm done with y'all for the rest of the night. But no, like, ego doesn't serve anybody. Like, I don't, and I guess maybe because I've had an experience where I've had my ego blow up on me to where I know what that leads to, and I've learned that mistake, and I'm like, it's time to apply it to like my new path. That I understand that you can only go so far with the ego, but also like having that much of an ego is a burden. Like you really have to think about like having an ego is reflective of you caring too much about other people.
That's a fact.
That's what it is to me. And it's just like, there was a time where I cared, where like people's opinions would make me cry. And the next day my job was to go out and make sure I was the biggest, baddest guy in the building. And that had me, in my previous career, that's what had me very stagnant, like really stagnant. And so like now in music, it's just like, you have, especially when you're new, you have to know that you're new. And I think also because I have a career in education, like I'm okay with being a learner. I like there's power in that, right? Because I'm a learner in a time where someone else is not going to pick up on whatever it is I'm gathering now. You probably far past. You're too much of an expert to catch what I'm catching right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, people don't value being new or just being able to sit and learn from other people. You just get so much from it, and it just brings everyone together. It's easy.
Some of the greatest knowledge is at the teacher's feet, though.
Yep.
You have to follow before you can lead. So I think that people take the following for granted and they glamorize the leadership. but you don't know what
I
it
mean,
takes
think
that
about
leader
it.
to get there.
Right.
If you're following one person, right? Or if you're trying to be the leader, there's no one in front of you. There's no one to learn from. But if you're following, depending on your place, you might be the last person in line, but that means you got 20 people to learn from.
That's
20
facts.
people to do other things before you get there that can pass some stuff down to you. And you probably got 20 other people that's behind you, but you've gathered all from in front of you to get it there.
Yes.
And so I think that's how it should be. That's how it's
Like
supposed to be.
it's like remember Real World Road Rules where they would have them challenges and the first 3 people fucked up royally, right? But the 4th person was like, oh, I ain't gonna do this because group 1 did this and they fell off, and I ain't gonna do this because group 2. That's exactly what learning is, boy. That'd be like that 4th person get through that obstacle course in like 2 minutes, and we'd be like, how did they do it?
That's why my goal is 4 children, so that the first 3 can fuck up and the last one be perfect.
Lord Jesus.
How many children?
Take the car.
You want what?
Take the car.
Just 4.
You said 4?
Yeah.
Whew.
They give me a chance to fuck up with the 3. I've already done the first 2 and they're damaged already. So the next 2 I got to go.
I have 3 children and they're wonderful, but I still want 4 more.
Yeah.
So I grew up in a big family. There's 7 of us. 6 of us had the same mom, same dad. Same mom, same dad. And so I guess like right now I'm enjoying being an uncle because everyone else has kids. And then I have like my younger siblings who are, just now starting to go to college and into the military and stuff. So it's like I'm enjoying like seeing them grow up and become adults or grow up and become teenagers and stuff. So I'm good on kids for a little while, a good while.
Well, my thing is I want to give birth to at least 2 more children, like maybe another set of twins, because I have a set of twins that are 13 and I have a 10-year-old, but I still want to have at least 1 more set of twins. I want to go through pregnancy 1 more time because I would have to have a C-section. So I don't want to keep doing it. Right. But I also know that there's all these foster children and it gets to me. It does make me feel a way that all these children that had to be taken out of these homes, it bothers me. It bothered me. And let me say this, it bothered me before the fosters came on TV. I think that's some weird shit. Like a TV show shouldn't make you want to be a parent.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to help these inner city children, like maybe teenagers, the ones that people overlook for children, want to get them and stuff. So maybe 4 in total, 2 foster children and 2 children that I actually give birth to again, but I would have to be married again. So, cause I'm divorced now. So it's on my mind. Actually,
honestly, I think I would be good with 2 more. The 2 that I have now, my 2 children are adopted. They're hood twins. They're both
C and J.
Carter and Brittany. They hood twins, but they're adopted. But I do want 2 more. I want 1 biologically mine, and then 1 biologically my husband's. Whenever we,
I think had like people being able to birth children and then like to take care of them. It's so beautiful. And I say that because I've seen my mom do it, being like the second oldest. I've seen her do it a bunch of times.
Your ass just off on the sidelines eating pork rinds in the waiting room. Like it's another one.
Go, mama.
It's another one. It's another
one.
Ma. He was over there like DJ Khaled, and another one.
Another one.
And another
one.
Because that's how it was.
I'm so proud of you.
You're like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm about to go make an album. I ain't got time for these damn kids.
But the thing is, my mom was the most, like, my mom's a beautiful one, but when she was pregnant, she was the most beautiful person in the world. Like, you cannot tell me anything about my mom when she was pregnant. And I commend parents, and I just love it. And I think like my contribution to children is, well, one, as an educator, I've been able to do that for 10 years, which I love. Outside of music, being an educator is like the best thing I've ever done in my life. And my next way of doing that is really through my company, Note to Note, which is really working with kids and pretty much developing their creativity, like giving inner city youth like the space, like the dance space, the recording space, the writing rooms, all that. Like that's what I really want to put a lot of my energy into. And then of course incorporating education in that and trying to like connect with schools and bring the arts more into schools that way. And I feel like that's my contribution when it comes to kids. And I think later on in life I may change my mind, but I love it's a different type of relationship than a parent. It's like I can be uncle, I can be brother, I can be cousin. Whereas like a parent, like you are the parent, and there's like a line that you have to hold. And I like being able to be versatile in like how I communicate and engage with students. So now I get to do it more on a creative side, which allows more like a lot more fun.
Right. I think that's dope though.
I think it is too. So before we get into the song, I do want to ask you, what is the greatest advice that you've ever been given?
Be patient. Listen, let me tell you, there are plenty of days where I sit here or even before, like, Make a Move even had a big push, where I would look at other artists who have been doing things for a minute, or even started a bit earlier than I already put out songs and maybe already EP, who like had a little fan base and who maybe charted and did all these different things. I used to be like, man, like I need to hurry up and finish my album, and I need to hurry up and finish this song, and yada 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 yada. And that taking away from the art, and that taken away from the experience of being an artist. And so it's just like, yes, it's advice that I gave to myself, but there are like several artists that I've worked with who have just been like, listen, you got it. Okay, you have the music, you have who you are intact, you have a look. Be patient. And every time that I've like wanted to rush something and that voice tells me to be patient, and then I waited for that time, it's always going the way that I want to go. And so like that's every time I want to rush, I just keep thinking about all those other people who just like, yo, Don, chill. You good. When your time comes, you're gonna know, and it's just everything's gonna roll out the way it needs to roll out. So that's the best advice.
It reminds me of like the stuff my grandma used to say, like not my mom's mom, but my dad's mom, because she grew up in the country and she had a very specific way of saying things, but it was always like a riddle. The stuff that she would say, like now that I'm older, I get it. But she would always say, baby, don't you judge your measurement by someone else's ruler.
Mm-hmm.
Because what somebody else sees as an inch, you took centimeter by centimeter and you got it done faster than them because they was looking at it the wrong way. So your measurement is your measurement and their ruler is their ruler. Don't you judge your measurement by someone else's ruler. And I'm sitting there, like all of three, and I'm like, it's the metric system.
Granny,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
it's just the metric system. I don't know. Like, it's just the metric system. I don't know. I'm going to just keep snapping these peas and listening to what you say. I don't know.
Why are you giving me a word problem, Grandma?
Right.
But she was right, because I'm the type of person, I'm very meticulous because I'm a Taurus and I do things with a list. I'm very practical about the things I do. Like when I was in college, I measured my success by semesters and terms and classes, and other people were measuring their success by degrees. So again, me taking the smaller steps, it did wonders for me.
Yeah.
The people who were looking at it degree to degree, a lot of them didn't make it, but they were making it a bigger thing than the way I was seeing it. And
I have to agree. You have to be patient. And when you have goals, you have to take them in bite-sized chunks before you can digest the whole thing. Like you have to be, you have to be realistic about it.
And even when I think about like just how my career has gone, like I went to college with people, like even people who I'm like really close with and I do music stuff with now, who went to school for music, right? And in my head, like I'm sitting here like, man, they went to school for music. They're doing this, they're doing that. I'm over here teaching. And I really want to be doing music type deal. And the thing is, I remember I literally had a moment. I was like, you didn't start music till later. However, you have a way to fund your music. You have a budget, boo. You know?
We just had a budget meeting today. Thank God for a budget.
Listen.
Won't he?
You know,
Won't he?
I was like, I don't understand it. Like, they are so ahead of me. They had time to work on their music and, they're engineering, or they came with their own projects, blah, blah, blah. And I've been teaching for X amount of years. I done missed out. But I get the check that I know is going to come, and I have budgets for everything I want to do. And I don't have to think about it. It's just like, oh, I'm going to do this then. I'm going to do this when I want to do this. And I think that's all purposeful, and that's kind of like a leg up I may have when it comes to being late in the game. Because there's some people who started, and your music you may have started, but your music may not be great. Because you decided to rush it. You may have just put it out there.
You lapping these niggas, just say it. Just say that.
What?
You lapping these niggas, just say that.
It's not even like
your foot off of their necks, please. I'm not going to tell you again.
Because
leave him alone.
You always do it. Every time I'm looking at my post, I'm like, why is he doing that?
Applying pressure.
Exactly.
But the thing, it's not even it's not even laughing at people. It's just like this could have been great, but you didn't take the time out. I'm learning that lesson. Let me take my time.
Mm,
So yeah,
totally agree. So let's get into it, y'all. The moment that everybody's been waiting for, all of our listeners. Go ahead and introduce the song. We're gonna play it. Introduce it.
and so right now we are listening to "Make a Move," my new single. The video's out now on YouTube. Go stream it. It's on all platforms. Go watch the video. There's even a behind the scenes video that you can check out and watch. Make a Move, Down Plus. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah. Check it out one time. Yeah. D ho hit plus. Let's go. You want me to confront you? You want me to bring you to you? Now Muhammad ain't going to the mountain. Yeah, the mountain can't him. You don't roll the shade. I ain't really trying to go up to you, making moves to just get rejected. I ain't scared of you, baby. I just wanna feel real protected. You say you want a guy that's gonna be all up on you. You say you can spit those words that make me feel like you can do all the things that's all up in my head. As long as it involves the bad. You said you wanna do the got it. You wanna do the flaunt it. You wanna do this ready to stop and we'll jump on it. But it seems that you don't fit your own criteria. Get up in my style. Just make a move, yeah, just walk up to me. Go whisper in my ear, tell me what you want and need, and I will be right here. Make a move, babe. Just make a move, babe. Just make a move, yeah, just walk up to me. Go whisper in my ear, tell me what you want and need, and I will be right here. Yeah. Just make a move. Just make a move, yeah. Just make a move. Just make a move. I ain't got problem with the way you put your seat, but you just frontin'. And you know you really got me, and I gotta show you that I'm the type that always get you walking to my side.
Come on with the. See, now I gotta come up with a TikTok dance. I got the arm up like that or something.
Yo, don't you? You're getting the Aaliyah vibes from the beat, aren't you, Brittany?
Yes, I'm getting a very like Aaliyah 2000 and 2001.
Yes. Well,
Type of
no, a little bit
sound.
before that. It's like the what's the song that she?
It's like 1 in a million.
1 in a Million. Yeah, that's a.
Mm.
What's that?
You
98.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 98? Isn't that 98?
That's 98.
Oh, shit, I was 10 years old.
Child boo.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, but I just want to point this out.
Yeah.
That's the trick though. If you want to be in the Washington D.C. area, all right, let me say like people from D.C. If you want to be in the D.C. area, you buy your house in Laurel and you drive to D.C.
So
Don't you get no row house?
So I currently live in DC, but the plan is that I need to be out there somewhere.
My sister does she does public relations and cultural division in the cultural division in DC. So she's like the Olivia Pope without the scandals and the fun stuff. So she
boring.
But she lives in Laurel. So the thing is like, she's the more practical governmental one, and I'm the creative one that makes songs, I rap, and I do digital marketing. I'm just more of the free spirit. And she's more of the I don't get paid for free spirit, and she's more of the government money pays me spirit, and we both pay our bills, so it works out either way. But when I need to come to DC, I'm like, go on and put the couch out because don't put the couch out because I'm on the way.
I'm that guy. Like you call me and tell me you come in, and the thing is, I love to cook, and so I love to host.
What
do I cook?
Yes,
oh my God.
We some fat ass
lasagna. Listen, don't play with me. So
don't play with me.
I am known for my lasagna. You can ask anyone. My lasagna is bomb.
Do you put what do you be putting in it? Ricotta, bell pepper?
I'm not you know, you got to put a little ricotta, but there's a trick to what you have to do to the ricotta because I don't like my ricotta to be too frothy or too I don't like that goat cheese.
I be doing some funny shit to it. I be calling it tricotta because I done tricked it out and I done made it something else because it doesn't. The way it comes out is not good enough for me.
It's not. You take some of the cheese that you're gonna put on top. You put it in there. You put some egg in there. You put some salt and pepper, some garlic seasoning in there.
I mix mine with Italian seasoning and mozzarella, the shredded cheese. That's my thing to keep it all together.
It's so good.
Well, we're gonna have to get you to host one of our mukbangs.
Yes.
Listen, I'm all for it. Listen, I love doing me a nice lamb chop. I like doing me a nice.
I put different cheeses and spices on my lamb chops too. I'm weird like that.
Have you done like a they're not necessarily stuffed, but you
I fillet them like the veal.
Yes. But there's also like if you get a rack of lamb, because I've even seen it where people have just like kept the rack together, and you put like a nice marinade over the top of that bad boy.
People use mint jelly, and then they switch it up and do a different marinade. It depends on what you're trying to make it taste like, but lamb goes with anything.
I love me some lamb.
Oh yes, well
I lamb sure do.
You have to show you the pictures. I'm gonna post those pictures I put on Facebook on my Instagram page so y'all can see. I'm actually a chef. So that's
so why am I hosting? Listen, I have the pots and the pans and the things you need, and you can just come.
No, we need this lasagna. Okay.
I mean, we can have a cook off if you.
Maybe we can do a cooking collab. Can we do a cooking collab?
So I wanted to get into. We have some funny questions for you.
Oh God, this means I see like the nerdy, goofy me, huh?
Did you know that? I know this "Make a Move" is your first song, but did you know that me and Brittany also record music as well?
Oh, what you got? What you giving me?
Have you not heard our parody to "Wet Ass Pussy"?
No, play that.
He said, "Play that."
Tell him what it's called first.
Our parody is called "Fat Ass People."
Okay, come on,
give us your honest opinion though, because we finna play it.
Give us your honest opinion. We better play it for you now.
Play it.
So we're gonna start talking because listen, I feel like you ain't heard our song, and this we came out we going to the Grammys together, all of us. All right.
Okay. Listen.
Oreos in this house, Oreos in this house, Oreos in this house, Oreos in this house. I said fat on fleek, 7 days a week. Fat ass people, you know them stairs make me weak. Yeah. Now you fucking with some fat ass people. Collard greens and pork chops, we some fat ass people. Eating everything you got, we some fat ass people. I eat it all with no regard. Want my fries, yeah, extra large. You got some cookies I wanna taste. Who's selling stamps, EBT card. Cream on top, apple pie. I can't wait to get it inside. Goes in my mouth and right to my thighs. This belly is soft, come take a ride like my fluff. I'm not surprised, no hide and seek. I'm too big to hide, I want you to stuff that whole 3-5 right in this little cigar. When I scream, it's for ice cream. I eat in public and cause a scene. No keto diet, not for me. Now where the hell are my onion rings?
Gobble up, swallow up, never get the bubble guts. Buffet date, yeah, he know he better fill me up. Give me your card so I can order Uber Eats. I run in niggas' pockets, never run in reality. Make me grits, add some shrimp. Don't ask for food, I demand that shit. Ain't never had a fat bitch like me. Cash at me, Allstar Peach. Buy me wings and other things. We some fat ass people. He feeds me and rubs my belly. We some fat ass people. Put peanut butter on my jelly. We some fat ass people. Don't say you love me, let food tell me. We some fat ass people.
Look, I need a big dinner with a peach soda and a fish platter, cause I'm a weed smoker, not a garden salad. I need a meat order and I want dessert when it's all over. You got some food, then that's where I'm headed. I'm gonna eat, that you can bet it. Got crumbs in my beard and I won't forget it. My doctor's surprised, I'm not diabetic. I don't wanna sip, I wanna gulp. I wanna gag on cherry coke. I want a 10-piece hot chicken wing to slide down the back of my throat. Them wings hot as fire, I needed the sunny. They just hit my belly, now I got a potty. I run to the toilet like the cops are behind me. I'll be there in a minute, so don't try to find me.
Yeah, I'm a fat bitch, food is my freak shit. Feed me good, my pussy start leaking. Bring up fork, feed me while I put my weave in. Never lost weight cause I'm gon' need it. My food chain has to start with cheeses. He don't hate my pussy, but he love to beat it. Big D stands for big dinner. Came in an angel, now he's a sinner. When I'm up bang, then he can't hang. I swallow dick and he scream my name. He take me out and ask what I eat. I'm taking 2 of everything.
Give me the food! Yeah, now you fucking with some fat ass people. Collard greens and my pork chops with some fat ass people. Eating everything you got, we some fat ass people. We ain't gon' stop till we drop, we some fat ass people.
We eat food and we won't stop, we some fat ass people.
I'm walking flop, 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 we some fat ass people.
Eat macaroni from the pot, we some fat ass people.
Oreos in this house, 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 Oreos in this house.
Is now I want to go eat my chicken strips that are in the refrigerator.
The first thing you said?
Bars. The first
Bars.
thing. Bars.
Bitch.
Bars.
Hey, like, y'all, like, come eat the food in your refrigerator. Here we come. What's the address?
No, I didn't say. I said I want my chicken strips.
And it was crazy for me because I love the part where I love taking over Meg Thee Stallion's part because I rap fast. That's just naturally my thing. And
I love your rap voice.
Like Cardi B. So we did great.
Your rap voice. I might need you because I said I needed someone with a female voice that was like, who did I say? It was like Trina slapped somebody. It was this other female rapper that's what it meshed. Oh, it's Left Eye and Trina and Eve like kind of like had a threesome.
Oh.
I have a very aggressive rap voice, but you have to understand when I go into the booth, I'm different. Like it gets aggressive in there. So it's like I like this. It is aggressive because I'm a battle rap personality. So it's like I'm very like hit it hard when I start recording stuff, and it's just like. And Joe is more like laid back, but he's gonna get his point across, and that's a Cardi B way of doing things. Like Cardi B from Red Bars and Cardi B from Wet Ass Pussy are two different people. So the being able to dial it back and turn it forward is what Joe does. I'm aggressive all the time.
I'm in the studio, like I'm very I'm in the studio, I feel like I'm very I don't know, I have to be like very chill. Like so Pierre Marquis, he is one of the engineers on my project that I'm working on. And he every time that we go and record, he's like, "You're a diva." And I was like, "What does that mean?" He's like,
"You're a divo. You're a divo." There's an O at the end.
No. The girl comes out sometimes. The
He's like, no, it was right.
she's there sometimes. But he's like, you gotta have your little tea. You gotta go grab your little stool. It's like I was like, I have to be in a certain headspace because it's
You're Diva
in the
Plus.
studio.
Educate
Like
him. You're Diva Plus.
Diva Plus, baby.
Diva Plus.
plus. Don't let me get the Grammy.
Don the Diva.
But you gotta understand, Diva Plus ends with an A plus, and you're an educator, so you should love that.
Mm-hmm.
Bars, bitch.
Right.
I don't know, this is too organic for me. Like I feel like I'm getting y'all straight off of, I don't know, out of my backyard. My mama know y'all or something, or like y'all my cousin or something like that. I don't know.
No, it's organic. It's compost. Come post with me. See what happens.
What's up, cuz?
The city.
All right, so let's jump into it because I really want to see your reaction to these questions. I'm glad you liked our song. As you can tell, we are funny people. My question to you is, would you rather have chapped lips that won't heal or dandruff that can't be treated?
Damn. Damn.
You ain't making no money. The lips now. They're going to be chapped forever.
He said he'll take the dandruff for 200, Alex.
Listen, I'll come up with some gimmick. I'll spray paint my hair white to where y'all think I'm just like Elsa with snow coming out my hair or something.
Hell no.
But
He said your answer is frozen in time. Let it go.
But these lips.
You can't question him anymore.
Listen, these lips, I'm obsessive about my lips. Just a tad bit.
Is that because your lips get more action than your scalp? I'm just asking.
Is that one of the questions?
I can't confirm or deny that. I'm just saying, you live in DC, so I gotta figure you be doing some superhero stuff. Am I wrong or am I right? You ain't a part of Smallville. That's what I heard. But I'm just trying to figure out.
Listen, I'll just say
that you've been making moves, baby.
Exactly. That your lips have not suffered in your collabs and your creativity.
I may have a move to make once this is over.
And you can make all the connections you want because your lips ain't chapped. Thank you.
Quiet as it's kept. Me too.
Quiet as kept.
Y'all can let them know. They're gonna see it. Do y'all see these lips? My lips are a thing of joy. Okay?
Those lips are amazing.
It's soft. Okay.
Okay.
Have you seen our lips?
I got 2 sets.
Oh, so there's a set of those that I'm scared of, but the other ones I'm cool with. Okay.
Everybody's afraid of Atlantis until they get there. That's all I'm telling you. Like everybody's afraid of Atlantis until they see what the city can do.
Her name is Atlantis.
No, her name is FEMA because after it's a long story. So the first I'll go on a date and end up in court. Like it's terrible. It's bad. I'm telling you, I went on a date with a guy. I came in his mouth and then Krispy Kreme tried to sue me for using their recipe. It was a whole thing. Like I can't just be out here just doing stuff. Yes.
I'm dead.
Still out here.
I'm dead.
I thought he was too, but he resurrected 3 days later and called me.
I know that's right.
I mean, that happens to the best of us.
Okay.
I had a moment.
They ain't got swagger like us.
Swagger like us. Swagger like us. Okay.
You okay over there? You okay?
So, Don, next question. Would you rather find your true love or a suitcase with $5 million?
Well, I'm Don Plus. I'm already going to have $5 million. This love life of mine is tragic. So let's go with love for 300 hours.
He said, fuck the money.
The money gonna come.
Can I tell you my theory on that question, though?
What's up?
I'll take the $5 million because whatever's going to happen, love-wise, is going to happen.
That's
so why not let it happen when I have me a house? When I have my $5 million in the bank that belonged to me before we got married. See, that prenup is everything. So why not? If you really here for love, sign that paper. Like,
listen,
you are smart. You smart.
I'm being honest. Love, the way love is set up, it can grow into love from a friendship, or it can be love at first sight. But love is going.
I'm so mushy though. Like if you ask any of my friends, they'll be like, Don is an asshole. Like, but I'm
But
so
you might
mushy.
find love in the studio though. You might come to create a song, create something else.
Oh,
The way Fate is
That- I
set up,
mean-
the way DC is set up, like
I mean, like me personally, so I'm convinced that I'm not saying the only way a relationship's going to happen for me, but I think a really fruitful relationship for me will not be with someone who's a creative. And the reason why I say that is I still need to remain this. I still need that grounding. I need someone who's just as grounded in as I am now, to where it's like he could just be like, "Yo, you acting dumb."
But what if it's someone who's not actually as public as you? What if it's a songwriter that doesn't necessarily get the credit? They're grounded because they're not the person on television, and they prefer the background scene stuff, and then they become your supporting cast in that they've already innately been a background supporting cast individual.
I mean that could be a
In
thing.
the industry makes you meet so many people. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm saying don't close the door.
I
Leave it
mean,
cracked.
Leave it cracked.
You're right. I mean, girl, it's like it's open.
Just thank me in the way
If
to
y'all-
You said it's open. Shit. That door.
Just thank me in
y'all
the way to
listen-
trees.
took
Just,
the door off the hinges.
lift your glass like this and be like, Brittany was right. Just be like, you was
Brittany,
right.
look. Hi, my name is Don Plus. I like long walks on the beach. I like gummy bears. I like weed, and I like music.
You're way better than me because I don't have any teeth. I'm the gummy bear in my relationship. I
Yeah,
definitely
Trump out there
and I make music too. But I'm the gummy bear in my relationship.
Well, my
You
name
just keep
is
they just
Jota.
eating on you all day.
I got asthma. I can't do no long walks. Give me a segue. I ain't gonna make
She
it.
said I can't do long walks. Now I ain't gonna if this was for real, don't take me on a long walk on the beach because I'm gonna tell you right now. One, I don't like the feeling of sand between my I'm particular about certain things. I don't like that feeling. Don't take me to go get sushi. I hate sushi. Like, take
If
me to a
it's DC in the
museum.
summertime, y'all don't need to be walking around either. It's 85 damn degrees.
Well, we about to get
Y'all gonna pass the hell out on that
we
long
about
walk.
to get Don Plus situated over here because this actually leads to my next question, which is if you could date anyone in the world, who would it be and why? If you together,
Anyone?
married by the end of 2020.
Okay, because Tiffany Haddish said she won't comment and she got him.
comment.
So let me find out.
If I could date anyone in the world,
Who and why?
anyone.
Anyone.
Don't be shy. Put their name out there.
Not put their name out there.
We only have
If I could
listeners in
date-
7 countries.
I'm trying to think of anyone that I'm just like uberly intrigued by. Because for me, it's not even just like a physical thing. It's like I have to be intrigued by you. Lucky Day. I would want to be with him so he can serenade me. I want to play in his hair. And he's like chocolate and bony. So I'm assuming that
It's lanky. It's lanky.
yeah, so he'll be able to fulfill half of my needs at least. So yeah, Lucky Day.
Have.
Lucky Day. I'm trying to see. I don't know who that is.
A lucky
You know Lucky
day.
Day?
Go on and do that remix. Put that out there instead of Lovely Day. Put Lucky Day out there.
What's his name? What's the name? You never heard the song "Smoke Some More"?
Oh yeah, I just got his picture pulled up here. He is handsome.
So Lucky Day is definitely one person.
Got some moisturized curls too.
He do. He got some. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like them black now, Don. You might have to back up off this one.
The plus means
Listen,
he's
I know
gonna
how to
get
fight.
him.
I know how to fight. And I'm a Gemini, and you a Gemini, so you know.
We don't need the battle of the Gemini now. All 4 of us.
You know.
No, but I will say this. As Geminis, y'all very well can share everything.
Yes.
The way the sign flips, y'all really could do both things and be happy. Y'all really could be in a Malibu mansion or a DC row house with 3 different bedrooms and just ping pong as y'all see fit. That's not a that's a Zodiac thing.
Well, I guess I'm giving y'all. I love this podcast because I can just be like Nancy. So Nancy. I'm one of those people who's very much. I want a monogamous relationship where we have conversations about everything. Mm-hmm. And peep what I'm trying to say here. Like, if you got a need that I can't fulfill, or that is, you know, you want to fulfill together, I'm open to that as long as we have a conversation. Like, I'm one of the people that sex is not like a huge relationship deal breaker for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because actually, I guess because I've gone through so many things and experienced sex in so many different ways. Oh, that makes me sound so crazy.
But we have to be honest about the fact that sex is not a binary thing.
It's not the thing that where it's like, oh,
category. It doesn't belong to any one specific thing. Sex is fluid, just like the fluid.
And like, just because,
so it's like it can really be what you want it to be.
And also, like, just I've realized that love and sex are not synonymous. Like, love and sex are not synonymous. Someone can love you and possibly have sex with somebody else and it not mean anything at all but sex. And someone can have sex with you and it be like nothing, right?
Not with me though, because they definitely be sitting here like Ragnarok. They don't want to go any fucking where. I'll be sitting here like, boy, bye. Tell that boy bye. And they still
when women talk about their pussy like that, it intrigues me. I don't want to necessarily dive in, but I want to talk about it. I want to be a student.
It's too tight to dive in, but you can ask me whatever you want.
Right.
Let's have that conversation another time.
You can ask me whatever you want. I give honest answers when it comes to sex because I feel like as a community, we all need to talk. As Black people, we need to be more open and we need to talk about more things. We have
sex and we do things and we like certain shit. Like, why?
Right.
Why?
We get fetishized all the time because of our melanin. And I said this earlier. My melanin is sweet. I think it's watermelon. I don't know what it is, but men are just drawn to it. Different races, Black men, everybody wants to know about it. We got to talk about it.
We got to talk about
that might be a different episode, Don. Don will be on another episode.
Well, we actually got to talk to Don about that because I heard that you were supposed to be in an ATL and you were supposed to be coming by this studio right here. But
here we go. Here we go.
First Kamala and Joe. Now this. Let me find out you were supposed to be here too.
I heard that he was coming next week, actually, but
call Keisha Lance Bottoms out. This is an outrage. I didn't get no email or nothing.
We're not letting that play in my city, not in my state.
Not at Hartsfield, Jackson.
Well, you guys are the first people to hear this. I guess this is like, you know,
this is an exclusive
and a reveal. So there is a Make a Move remix. The Make a Move remix is coming, and next week I'm really like pushing. Like it's like my little press tour. It's weird because that's the first time I've ever like said something. It's like, oh, look at you doing a little Make a Move remix press tour, Don Plus. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing next.
And be on a circuit.
Who is this remix?
You know, a podcast here, a podcast there, a radio show here.
Who is the remix featuring, and why do we not have this audio?
Right, I can move. Not a lot.
I can't tell you all that. I mean, y'all got the exclusive on like it existing.
We is the person. We is the first though.
Yeah. I had to tell. No one knows about this other than the artist.
Always hit it first. That's not the question.
No, we hit it first.
We hit it first. What I'm saying is, why we don't have this audio?
Because again, patience. It has to be perfect. Like Make a Move is such a good song, and I love that song. To where the remix has to give me the same, if not better feeling, or even a different feeling that's amazing.
Because as an artist, that's important though. If you feel something for the remix has to be at the same par or better than the original. That's the rule when you make a remix. People don't always follow that rule, but that's the rule. And I feel like when you talk about it, it gives me Dreamgirls vibes. Patience for a brighter day. Like when you say it, I believe I'll wait on it because it's going to be worth it. You see what I'm saying? If you were any other kind of artist, I'd be like, this gonna be some bullshit. Like we just some shit, and it ain't gonna be. But I know what your expectation is, and I know what your criteria is. So I know because it's you, the plus is going to show itself. If you not
so
negative,
good.
I'd be like, I ain't gonna listen to this shit. Like,
so even the demo itself is good. Like I've sat and listened to the demo over and over again. I'm just like,
is that something you gonna send us?
We wouldn't know.
So we can have our audience like be excited and then move and then be the machine behind.
We'll chat later.
So you'll invite us to your table to suck down your lasagna, but you won't actually send us the demo.
I'm trying to tell you. Okay, I'm glad you on my page now. So I'm like, he canceled his in studio appearance to do a Zoom meeting with us, and he gonna be here anyway. We didn't get no audio for the remix. It's okay.
Tell us this ain't personal.
Y'all
still love you.
It's not personal. Like y'all got the announcement. Y'all got the.
He's a Gemini just like you. So if you say it, he's gonna feel it internally.
Don, who has the audio?
I can't tell you that.
Who has the audio?
This is like Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Who has the tape?
What was the reason?
There's only 3 people have the audio, and you're speaking to one of them. The other 2 people are not telling you who they are.
Okay, so it's him, his mom, and who else?
I have a producer.
Maybe for some other people are the only people who got it. Maybe them
everything. Because if she walk in that studio, she'd be like, I carried you
right
for 8 months and 3 weeks. You tell me I can't listen to this song. He'd be like, here go, mama. Just listen. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But no, seriously, my mom. Let me tell you how I knew this was something I really, really wanted to do. I had visited because I'm really from South Carolina, so I visited South Carolina to see my family. Yeah. And so we went out to Red Lobster. You know, my thing is I love to spoil my mom, and like Red Lobster is not like this big extravagant place, but just the fact is like, okay. We get to go out and we get to eat and we just get to laugh and have a good time. And so we were speaking. She was just like, yeah, I was talking to your sister the other day. And I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about moving into one of the other houses when she moves back. But it was like a situation about my mom moving. Mm-hmm. And my mom was like, and I told her, like, I'm not worried about getting old and not having anywhere to go. Don's gonna blow up and he's gonna buy me a house and I'm gonna just live there. And the moment my mom said that, I was like, my mom believes in what I do. I'm doing this.
Because mama knows. You gotta understand. A mother sees things before you see them because she carried you. So there's a lot of things that moms know, and I try to get my children to understand this constantly. I've been around a long time. The game you playing, I invented the rules for and the point system. So what you trying to get over on, I've already gotten over on and I've done it. I made the deluxe edition of this game. So while you sitting here trying to play regular Monopoly, boy, I done lapped you 4 times and got 4 railroads on you. You not going to be smarter than me because the difference is I'm 32. My children are 13, 13, and 10. So I tell them all the time, I survived Reaganomics, the war on drugs that didn't exist, and I survived 9/11. There's nothing you going to say to me that's going to be better than what I'm saying to you. Mm-hmm. You'll never make it. I survived John Singleton and Spike Lee movies. You'll never be ahead of me.
I can't wait till I get to that point with my children. Because at this age, they're both 5 and I'm 6'5", 300 pounds. So I walk in the room and say what I got to say, and that's the law. They're terrified.
Well, I look like Medea without. I look like Medea without the wig, and I still have to get down with them at some point. So the point of the matter is this: I tell them the truth, though. That's the difference. I don't Disney my children. I tell them the truth about everything we're going through, and I didn't wait until Black History Month came to tell them their value. Mm-hmm. And that's very different for a lot of families. So I'm very direct. We got to be direct.
Yeah. And then also parents see, even like for a long time, I felt like my mom did not see the creative side of me, or like that was one thing that used to make me mad. Like, you know, I was in Mini Singers or I was in this club or whatever when I was young, and then like I just stopped. Like no one really cared about like my artistic blah 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 blah. But the thing is like, while your parents may not directly see something, they've done something to train you for what you're about to happen for you. And my mom used to always just like, we'll listen to the radio. She'd be like, you think this is going to be a hit? You think this person's going to make it? And I'd be like, no. And I'd be like, yeah, maybe. And she's the reason why I know a good beat, or I know when this song is going something I should put on my album.
Can I tell you the truth as a mother?
Yeah.
It's not that she didn't see the creative side of you; she gave it to you.
Mm.
And throughout different experiences, she was trying to acclimate it based on what she grew up knowing and what she thought you were going to become. She was slowly but surely introducing step by step the creative process. If you can't recognize greatness in others, you'll never see it in yourself, and vice versa. So the way your mother did it, I'm serious, if you have a conversation, you sit down with your mom with that homemade lasagna and you ask her a couple questions, she gonna tell you about some creative stuff she did back in the day. You're gonna be like, what? Pre-kids? You did some creative stuff? What? You was a person? Before you had us?
It wasn't until I started really like taking music seriously that I found out like almost everybody in my family, like my grandfather used to manage a band. He went to Tuskegee and he used to manage a band, and they used to travel like to New York. They would travel to Florida. They would go all over the place. And now remember, like this is during like this is
civil rights movement.
Like civil rights time.
You ain't supposed to be doing while black.
Exactly. Like you're supposed to be in school. And it was just like I found that out. My uncle, he produces music. So he does like a lot of gospel production. My aunt, she sings, and so it's weird how I did not know that when I was younger, and now that I'm exploring my stuff, people are like, "Yeah, I used to do this, and I used to do that, and I used to do this." I'm like, "Why did y'all tell me this?"
Exactly. Right. Does it make sense now? They're trying to protect you from certain things and get you acclimated slowly because of what it was back then, because of what it meant back then, because of the pressure that came from back then. So your mom is operating based on what she knows. But
Speak
you know
on
something
it, mother
else.
love.
I'm just being honest. As a mother, you want to protect your children from certain things, and she grew up seeing certain things that she wants to protect you from because you're her baby, and she raised you to be a powerful person. But she got to give you the space to do that.
Yeah,
and that's hard.
That was a very hard transition, and I think it was hard for like everyone in my family because I'm so close with my family, but I'm also the one physically who's the furthest away. Well, none of my sisters in Japan, but I'm like far from my family. And I've always been far. Like the moment, because there's 7 of us, like I've only been around for half of like my brothers and sisters upbringing. Like, of course, they saw me when I visited and like they'll come with me to school sometimes, but I'm really like, the way I left, it was just like, I was just separated from everybody. And so being able to, I lost my train of thought because I'm smoking and talking. What was the
I think it's the truth flowing in. I think it's touching your spirit.
You were talking about my mom. I can't remember.
Moms will do that anyway, to you, though.
It's okay.
Listen.
Because we're definitely going to have you back on the show.
To be continued.
We have had blast with you. We actually love it. Maybe
I've enjoyed this whole thing.
Maybe when you're in Atlanta next week, you can stop by.
Okay.
Maybe.
We'll see though.
I'm excited. Even if I can't like come like on the show or whatever, like even like grab something to eat and just like chill.
We're down for whatever.
We're down for it. Yeah.
I get off of work at 6.
Oh, listen.
I get off work at 6.
And I'll get off work, clock out, change my wig, wash my ass, and I'll meet y'all somewhere else.
I work when I work too, so let me know.
It's Atlanta. I can get anywhere.
Yes.
Well, I got keys.
Well,
I got the keys. The keys.
You got it.
Yo, Don. So before we let you go, I want you to tell us what is one message that you would like to give all of your supporters.
So I'm so cheesy. I already have a name for them. My Dawn Stars. Like I love y'all. Y'all amazing. There's like I don't know how many of you exist, and I love it. But
right.
Listen, what that means at least 10. And I love a small group that's really about it. So I appreciate y'all. But no, I would say like thank you. Cause like literally, I might have came out with a couple of songs, randomly or around the summer or whatever. But Make a Move has been like the only song I've like pushed and had like a whole like rollout I put all my energy into. And y'all have just been like eating it up. And as someone who is just now fully, not that I'm just now starting to work on my art, but to fully have it realized for other people to consume. And I have the reaction that I have, like it feels good. And I just really appreciate it. It feels like, it's almost like being able to be yourself and people like you. That's right. What it feels like. And it's just like, to be able to step out of the only persona of like an educator or whatever, it's a fully embrace this and people fully embrace me outside of that. I love it. And this is, we're just starting. Like we still got a remix, we still got an EP, we still got some features, we still got more videos. When the summer comes, I'm gonna be up there moving and shaking and giving you a little 1-2 on the mic. So like this is just we're just starting. So Thank y'all. I
We
appreciate
need
it.
an invite to one of these video shoots. So we
That's
can
a
come
fact. That's a fact.
The thing is, so I'm just giving y'all so much.
Give it to us. That's what we do.
I'm not gonna tell y'all what song, but there's a song that I want to do a video to. But the vibe of the song is very not even, it doesn't sound like this song, but the feeling it gives is very Biggie One More Chance, house party, everybody's here, we're having a good time, type feel. And so y'all may be enough.
Like the swim thick party. Just say that.
You said what?
If it's like the swim thick party, just say that.
Yes, Slim Thick Party. I like that.
Thank
I like
you.
that.
Okay, well,
But we're gonna make it cute. We're gonna have a nice little. But I'm
I'm gonna get me a
gonna
new
have y'all in
wig.
there.
I'm gonna get me something. I don't know. I might get some.
I'm gonna get me a new wig
Make
and,
sure
and a
you-
saran wrap dress, and I'm gonna come
Make
through.
sure those
Keep
are
us-
out. Those have to be out.
Keep us abreast of the situation. Keep us abreast.
I'm gonna bring Tia and Tamara on through.
Not Tia and Tamara.
Yes, they're pretty black twins that should be on TV. Hello.
I know that's right.
Shit. And one has a mole. Thank you.
Plus,
Oh, that's sexy. That is sexy. Listen, I like me a nice little mole here, or a nice little mole here, or
That's
a mole on
right.
the nose. Those three spots. Oh my god.
No, this really is.
And I go to church, so they're holy molies.
Listen, I got one.
Holy moly's. Get it? Holy.
I hate y'all.
Don Plus the writer. Thank you so much for being here.
We love you.
Thoroughly enjoyed you.
Oh, I love y'all.
We
too.
love
Y'all are
you.
great.
We are Don Stars.
That's right, Don Stars.
Yeah, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry on this Zoom.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
You know it's
We're gonna
hard for
show
me,
you.
Joe.
Can you see us? Can you see the star?
Oh, I see it.
We got a
Yes.
star for you.
Oh, y'all gonna be so.
We're Don Stars.
You're Don Stars. So I'm gonna tell you this right now. So I'm very much a gift giver. I love to give gifts. So pretty much everybody that I'm hitting up during this little press tour, when the album comes out, I have something for y'all. So the only people that will have it are people that I've like done press with during this week. So
We gonna hold
Look
you
out.
to it. We ready to see it right. We
Listen,
like to see this.
people who like been there from the beginning, like you guys are the beginning, and so I want to make sure I show y'all my appreciation.
Well, we definitely appreciate you showing your appreciation for our appreciation.
Oh,
of
we
you.
love you, Don. Thank you.
I can't. I'm done. Cut off the lights.
Cut off the lights. We're actually about to. Don Plus, yo, once again, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And we look
I love
forward
you guys. Thank
to
you so
having
much.
you back on the show.
To be continued.
And yeah,
Y'all in Atlanta.
you have the number for our studio. That
That's
number
right.
is connected to my cell phone, so we will always be able to answer your texts or your
Anytime.
calls. So hit us
Yes.
up. I'll be stalking your Instagram to see when you touch down in Atlanta next week. And we're going to, I will have to
And we're
email
going
you.
out to eat.
I'm going to be like, nigga, you in the A? Okay, what we going to eat?
I listen because I like to eat. I'm not one of those skinny girls who will sit here and be like, oh, I want a salad and a chicken wing. No.
You say that now,
I
your
want-
name's gonna go from Don Plus to Don Plus 2 because we're gonna be at the motherfucking
Okay.
table.
This shit going to be Don XXL, goddamn. You heard our song from fat ass
Fat-ass
people now.
people.
Are you sure you want to hang with us?
We gonna pull a gun on the waiter and be like, I'm taking 2 of everything. Give me the food.
I feel like I'm going to be sitting down already, and I'm going to hear the music play as y'all walk in slow mo. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and find it so I can have it queued up.
Here we go.
I'm going to have it queued up.